Hello, everyone. Thank you, Jana Admission, for giving me this great honor. I feel like today I'm sharing the floor with great panelists here, and maybe I'm the youngest of them. Uh, because I just discovered like most of them they've already graduated, and but for me myself, I'm still they've graduated from the undergraduate programs. Perhaps some are studying like postgraduate, some are already working. But for myself, I'm currently in my junior year, that is third year, studying Bachelor of Science in Applied Physics at Zhejiang University of Science and Technology, that is in Hangzhou here. So I came to China, that was in 2017, and it's been like about 3 years already being in China. So before coming here, actually, what actually dragged me to come to China was like I wanted to start abroad to explore because I love exploration, and China became my choice because of its great advancement in technology and yeah, the fast growing economy and all these vast developments. So I should say, like so far, I had one of the best experiences here, and but one thing that I can't take away is that I also had to experience some challenges, difficulties, just like in other freshmen. When I first came to China, I had to endure things like culture shocks, language barriers, coping up with local cuisines because like the food is totally different and all that. I actually had some of the speakers here. They also mentioned something that is along those lines. So yeah, it's something that I actually face as well. So talking about the opportunities, yeah, I should say there are plenty of opportunities here that are offered for foreigners, uh, international students, or those who are actually already working. Um, yeah, there are quite a lot of them. So let me just summarize a bit because like if I start explaining one by one, maybe it might need its own webinar or something. So one of the most basic opportunities is the opportunity to explore and study diverse cultures. Why am I saying that? Like, I believe everyone here knows that in the most recent years, like China has become the third most popular destination country for overseas students. Yeah, like a lot of people now prefer to come to China, and it's been like the third most popular destination. So in that case, like I got that chance to meet quite a lot of people from different countries, from different backgrounds with different cultures and morals and values. So from that angle of view, that's how I started knowing much like about different countries, perhaps even learning some languages that I didn't know before. Here at our school, like I even used to team up with some of my friends and say, I have some friends from Pakistan, Bangladesh, different countries. So sometimes they could even prepare some food like their own local cuisines, and I actually enjoyed. Uh, one of the other opportunities that I got in China, I should say, an opportunity for personal development. There is one speaker who actually explained something about this point, like it will provide a ground for you to launch yourself. Yeah, that's very true. For me, besides studying my major, that is applied physics, I got that opportunity to diversify, that is to enter into some other sectors. How, like they have a lot of interesting things that happen here. For example, we have some entrepreneurship competitions like Internet Plus. It's something that actually challenged me, like to come out of the comfort zone. And I was like, this thing is entrepreneurship, and what I'm studying is actually sciences. So linking up the two is something that would be very interesting, and that opportunity came through some of these things. So as I said, the opportunities are they go on and maybe endless. So maybe I'll just leave it here and move on to the next one. I remember the other question is, can you give us a short intro? Sorry, there was the question
Yeah,
about my short introduction on why many students choose to study at ZUS, right?
yeah, it's us. Yeah, it's us.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. So the first point that I think uh, the students are much attracted to study at ZUS is its convenience and location. Because as you know, Zhejiang University of Science and Technology is located here in Hangzhou, Hangzhou being the capital city of Zhejiang province. And it is a very friendly city. It's with booming economy. And recently it has been having those fast growing economy and a very huge development, and it is a host to some of those most popular entrepreneurship companies that you might know. Uh, we have those companies like Alibaba. Its headquarters are actually in Hangzhou. Maybe some of you might have heard this or know about it. But yeah, that's the location of Zust. And also some scholarship opportunities. Just like other universities, Zust does provide various and different sorts of scholarships. It's something that all prospective applicants could take into consideration. And also could have a look at its quality of education. I could say the quality of education provided here at SUS is not that bad. It's good quality education. The various kind of programs at our exposure, like English taught undergraduate programs being like 14 and 11 English taught postgraduate programs. It might seem like it's not that many, but I think from all these ones, if you are someone who is trying to find a way out of your home country to look for some some interesting majors, I think maybe ZUS is probably one of your choices, because some of the programs offered here, they are practical based. They have a practical based teaching approach, which is very essential. I mean, it's very important. Also, it's like ZUS is very friendly. The interaction between the international students and the school itself, it's something that you cannot take away. We're talking about even the kind of activities that are offered for international students here at ZUST. There are quite a lot. They're very exciting, and we have associations just like the one that I'm into. I'm the current International Student Union president, so we host quite a lot of activities. Unfortunately, currently we haven't been having much of them. We had to divert to online activities. So we have ISU, we have some associations like International Culture Communication Association. So if you take a look at all these associations, they host very interesting activities. And let me move on to the next question that was about the a platform that I introduced. Um, I at the beginning, I think I mentioned something about the problems that I was facing when I came to China for the first time. Okay, so uh, I managed to actually integrate into the Chinese society, like the local society. uh, I managed to do away with all those difficulties, come across all the challenges, some of the challenges, not all, of course, that's not practical. So one of the ways that actually helped me to do that was I joined, there's a platform called My Homey. My Homey is a social media platform for international students. So when I joined this platform, now I got a lot of friends, and I started learning much of Chinese. Like it brings people together like from different parts of the world. So because their main focus is to bridge the gap between international students and the local society. So now after I managed to personally integrate into the local society, I was like, I should do something personally for others, because it's not only about myself. that's how I came up with the idea of introducing APL. Its full name is like Broad Path Leaders. So APL is basically a volunteering platform for international students. The idea was that through volunteering, the international students were going to successfully integrate into the local society, from them cooperating with the local people, having those conversations during the volunteering, and also creating a lot of meeting a lot of friends along the way is something that I was considering. So we actually started as like 8 members. We had 2 Chinese friends and 6 international students. That's how it started. It started here. And after the establishment, we started even covering a lot of universities because we created a Wechat account. So normally when we have activities, we post the link on that Wechat official account, and we tend to to attract a lot of participants uh, in the whole of Zhejiang, I should say, mainly in Hangzhou. So far, we organized, I can say, more than 20 activities since 2019, and we had more than 300 participants in some of our activities. So it's something that has been so successful and drawn much attention. Some of our activities have been aired on screens like Zhejiang television. I remember some of our volunteers, they even appeared on CCTV. It's something uh, that has become so successful, uh, and I think it is actually the best way for the international students to at least cope up with the local culture, do away with all those culture shocks. Because
Yeah.
I remember also one of the panelists here mentioned something about the importance of you learning Chinese. Yeah, that is the very, very essential too. One should uh, one should prioritize when coming to China, because
Yes.
yeah, because if you don't know Chinese, it's gonna be very difficult for you to work together with those locals. If you are someone who aspire even to work in China after finishing, after graduating, you would better study Chinese. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you. You wouldn't want to say every time you are doing something, you have a translator with you. You are looking into your phone, you are translating something. At least if you can master even the basics, that would be very nice for you. So my
Yes.
last advice to all prospective applicants or all those who wish to come to China is I have something like a quote from Tubman. He said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer, and always remember that you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for for the stars to change the world." So it's a matter of you stepping out of the comfort zone. You have everything to decide your destination, and you just have to do it. That's all I can
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for Eric